Hello and welcome to this reading focusing on messages from your ancestors. Before we begin, I ask that you take a deep breath and connect with those who have come before you. And then I ask you to choose from Group 1 with the blue Goldstone, Group 2 with the Snowflake Obsidian, or Group 3 with the Amethyst. When you have made your decision, you may use the links below to jump directly to your pile, or you may watch through all of it if you so desire. Let's begin. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the blue Goldstone, and this is a stone that is often associated with wishes and the throat chakra. So in selecting this stone, it's possible that you are being asked to speak your wishes into being. You're definitely being asked to make a wish. And I'm hearing, wish big, you're supported. Soon, something you deeply desire will be with you or is actively on its way to you. That's in alignment with your highest and greatest good. For the theme of your reading, in addition to wishes, you have the signs card. And in this card, I'm seeing that one of the ways your ancestors communicate with you are through sending you signs and synchronicities. This may be repeating number pattern. This may be animals that you're very drawn to that keep appearing over and over and over again. This may be events that seem to happen almost miraculously. Things coming through that you didn't expect, but come through at just the right time and in just the right way. To further describe the type of energy coming through, you have the 9 Light Within card from the Path of the Soul deck. And in this card, I'm seeing that, 9, the 9 of Cups, can be considered a wish fulfillment card. It's often towards the end of a cycle. This is also associated with the 9 of Pentacles, which is independence, the 9 of Wands, which is having made it through the battle and recovering. This is, with the 9 of Swords and anxiety, I'm seeing this is actually for you with the Light Within, overcoming worries that have been plaguing you. I'm seeing that your ancestors are saying that they see the light within you. They see the path that you're being called to take, and they are supporting you every step of the way. They are asking you to see that light within yourself, to acknowledge that you are worthy and you are loved and you are safe and you are supported. I see they're asking you to, when you feel lost, reconnect with nature. Really make sure that you get grounded. And in getting grounded, they're not asking you to absolutely keep your feet on the ground. They're not telling you not to take a leap of faith, because I am seeing they fully support that fool energy that go ahead and make the leap. But they're asking you to consider what's in your highest and greatest interest. What's in support of your highest and greatest good. I'm seeing that they are sending you many messages, many downloads. You may feel a deep connection to water, particularly streams or rivers. I'm getting a vision of a creek in the woods. Maybe that means something to you. I'm also seeing that they try and communicate with you through your dreams. Let's look at a trait you and this specific ancestor or group of ancestors share. In the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing that a trait that you share is the ability to chase and manifest opportunities that bring you material abundance, that bring you that which you need. I'm seeing that you and this ancestor or group of ancestors have a way of turning any opportunity to your benefit. I'm seeing that you almost have the Midas touch. I'm seeing they're asking you to believe that. I'm seeing they're asking you to know that you will always be protected, that they're always going to do their best to ensure that you're provided for. I'm seeing that they know you have the power and the confidence and the strength to create the life you want. And they know you have this in you because they had it in them, and they know they've passed that to you. A skill that you share is the Three of Wands. In the Three of Wands, I'm seeing that one of the skills you share with this ancestor or ancestors is the ability to see the big picture, to see beyond the here and now, to see not just the trees, but the forest. And I see that another skill you share is being able to plan out the path that you need to take to get to where you want to be. I'm seeing that a skill that you share is knowing how to follow the path to what it is you desire, and knowing how to chart that path when one doesn't seem to exist. I'm seeing that it becomes so clear to you, and that is quite a skill, to know that you can forge that path. I'm also seeing a skill you share is the ability to adapt to change, the ability to make travel and new locations and new situations happen for your benefit. I see that you're able to have them support you. That a skill that you share in this ability to adapt to change comes because they were able to adapt to change. And drastic change, I'm seeing it's possible that they made a major move in their lifetime, maybe several, and that at the time they were scared, but they knew it was for their higher and greater good. And so they took that risk, and it was all to their benefit. And I'm hearing that they know you can too. Whatever this big plan you have, they know that you have the ability to pull it off, that you have the ability to let yourself shine, that you are strong and capable and perfectly ready to move forward on the path you're feeling called to take. A lesson they think you need to learn, or something they think you aren't seeing. The Ace of Swords. In this, I'm seeing that there's a crucial piece of information that has not yet become clear, but that is on its way to you. And once it arrives, you're being able to cut any ties that are holding you back from taking this step forward. I'm seeing that the lesson to be learned is to trust your own inner knowing, to trust your own gut reactions to what sounds true and what doesn't, to trust your own instincts when someone doesn't seem authentic. I'm hearing that they know you have a gift of clear seeing, and they're asking you to embrace that and to acknowledge that you have the ability to cut away anything that holds you back, anything that is not in alignment with your highest and greatest good. And I'm seeing that it's going to become very clear to you. And the more you practice trusting your intuition and trusting your instincts, the easier it's going to be for you to step into this place of power, to claim your own crown, and to more clearly feel in alignment with the idea that you are the main character in your own life. Because if you haven't had someone tell you that lately, you are. You are the main character. You are the one whose journey is the most important in the story of your life. You are the one who is worthy, simply because you are. And they support you in standing in the knowledge that regardless of what path you take, regardless of what life you choose to live, they support you in owning that, in owning the life you're actively creating, in stepping into your power in whatever way feels right to you. A way they ask you to honor them is through the Queen of Swords. How interesting to move from the Ace to the Queen. I am seeing that the best way that you can honor your ancestors is through listening to the wisdom they pass down to you. It's through connecting with these messages that may come to you almost as this sudden insight that somehow you know is not from within, but somehow from without. I hear that the best way you can honor them is by honoring yourself and your own self-confidence, by knowing you have an important message to share, whatever that happens to be, by knowing that you have the ability to communicate what it is you want, to pursue it, to claim it. I see the best way for you to honor them, truly, is to honor yourself, to know you are worthy of treating yourself like the royalty you are. They're asking you to own this place of confidence, to know you are fully supported, and to know that by being in that place of inner power, this light within you is going to shine outward and benefit so many people. Well, group 1, I think you have the most cards of any group. So in these final cards, for the final advice from your ancestors, I'm seeing that, well, firstly, I'm seeing so many swords. And I'm seeing that they're asking you, between the Let It Go and Wellness cards, between all of this sword energy, to release that which is no longer serving you, to release that which you know is no longer helping you to feel your best. They're asking you to know when you need to cut the cords that bind you, when you need to stand up for yourself and your highest and greatest good, to stand up for your mental health, for your emotional stability, for your physical health, to know that your health, your mental stability, you are more important than anything that tries to tell you otherwise. In the expansion and boundless cards, in these 2 cards, I'm seeing that as you step into this place of power, your ancestors are telling you you have nothing to fear, because by knowing your own self-worth and taking the actions to create the life you desire, you are opening to infinite possibility. You truly are not held back. You are not trapped. You are safe to take the leap with your own discretion, of course, and with the proper preparedness, as we saw in the 3 of Wands. But I'm seeing that the actions you take towards moving towards this freedom, it's going to open almost an entire new world to you. And they are truly supporting you in this. I'm seeing they're asking you to stay connected and grounded, to stay connected to nature and to them. I'm seeing they're telling you not to be afraid of travel, to not to be afraid to take flight. In the Archangel Raphael card, I'm seeing that, once again, they're asking you to honor your own well-being. They're asking you to honor what it is you know is right and good for you. With all the butterflies here, I'm seeing they're asking you not to be afraid of change and growth, because the transformation you're going through is going to result in something so beautiful you cannot yet fully imagine it. I see that they're telling you you are protected, and it's safe for you to practice self-care, to honor yourself and your needs and your inner worth. In the intuition and ideal course of action cards, I'm seeing that they're telling you you already know within you the steps you need to take, as we saw here with the 3 of Wands. You know what it is you need to do to move forward, and that as long as you continue to trust that inner guidance, oh, the places you'll go, to quote Dr. Seuss. I'm seeing so much growth and potential and joy. I'm seeing so much light in this message. Group 1, I know that although change can be scary, I know that your ancestors see in you so much potential. And however you choose to bring that potential to light, to share it with others, they are supporting you. They are rooting for you, and they absolutely have your back. So group 1, wish big. Chase that dream, that path, whatever it is you're feeling called to chase. Of course, listen to your own discretion. Do things in a manner that will keep you safe mentally, physically, emotionally. But you are supported, and it is safe and highly encouraged to keep wishing. Thank you, Group 1. I hope that this message resonated. If this message did resonate, I invite you to leave a like and subscribe if you feel so called. And if not, that's okay. I hope to see you again in a future reading. Thank you. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Snowflake Obsidian, and this is a stone that can be used for grounding. It can be used for protection. It's associated with removing negativity and aiding you in processing emotions, and particularly in processing negative thought patterns. It can assist you in purifying your energy, in helping to feel more centered, more grounded, aid you in feeling protected and safe. In addition to the Snowflake Obsidian, you chose the Gratitude card. And in these, I see that the theme of your reading, the theme of the messages coming through, is that your ancestors want you to know you are protected, you are safe, and they ask that you practice gratitude for all the good in your life, and that in doing so, it will be easier for you to release any negative thought patterns, any negative energy, anything else that no longer serves your highest and greatest good. The type of energy coming through. Interesting. In the 15 Revelations card from the Path of the Soul deck, I'm seeing that the type of energy coming through is an energy of love, particularly in the pinks and greens here. But I'm also seeing that your ancestors are very clearly trying to connect with you through your intuition, through your crown chakra, through your third eye, through dreams. The type of energy coming through is they are sending you so many messages of support. They are sending you so many insights, and they ask that you be open to receiving that, because it may come in ways that have not yet unfolded to you, but will soon if they have not yet. I'm seeing that the energy coming through is one of asking you to be in touch with your own inner intuition, of asking you to move from a place of love in all you do, because by connecting with your intuition and with love, so much information, so much energy, so many blessings are going to unfold before you. A trait that you and the ancestors present share. In the Page of Swords, I'm seeing that you share self-confidence. You share a slightly mischievous nature. I don't know if you can see it well in this card, but the little smirk he has on says to me that you share a great sense of humor, that you may share a little bit of trickster energy, but I'm also seeing that you share a sense of justice. You share a sense of needing to stand up for what is right, needing to stand up in protection of others. I'm seeing bravery. I'm seeing a quick wit, an occasionally sharp tongue. I'm seeing that you can see quickly and clearly to the heart of any matter brought before you, and you see the way through and out of any situation you find yourself in. A skill you share with the ancestors coming through is love matters. In this card, I'm seeing that when you look through the eyes of love, when you approach the world around you from a place centered in love, centered in the knowledge that we are all connected to one another, that all of us are trying to do our best. When you come from a place of love, a skill that you share is the ability to calm a situation, the ability to guide those around you, the ability to bring peace to those around you. I'm seeing that a skill you share is one of seeing beneath the surface, of seeing beyond what is visible to the naked eye. I'm seeing a skill you share is connecting with spirit, is connecting with your guides, is connecting with your own intuition, is knowing when you're receiving signs and synchronicities. I'm seeing a skill you share is being able to recognize the blessings in your life, and to know that when change happens, as it must, it's simply a way of your life passing through one season to the next. That any changes that occur, while they may be an ending, they are also a beginning. And I'm seeing that a skill you share is adapting to that with grace and courage and a sense of inner peace and support. A lesson to be learned, or something you aren't currently seeing. Oh, that's interesting. 1415. Is alignment. How nicely does that play together? In this card, I am seeing, especially since you have 2 swords here, group 1 also had a lot of sword energy. I'm wondering if the ancestors coming through are air signs, or it could just be that it's a sign that you easily receive communication, especially with all of this purple here. So a lesson to be learned, something you might not be seeing, is that when you are most centered and most in alignment with what you know to be your highest and greatest good, and I am seeing you do know, when you are most in alignment, that's when you can see things most clearly. When you lead from this place of clarity and love and being centered in your heart space, that is when it is most easy for you to feel your own divinity, to share your light with others, to feel it within yourself as a joy and warmth that cannot help but radiate outwards. The best way for you to honor your ancestors is through the 8 of Pentacles. And in this 8 of Pentacles, I'm seeing the best way for you to honor your ancestors is through doing the work you know you're being called to do, is through not just doing your work for material gain, not just doing your work in the physical realm, but in doing the work to acknowledge and know yourself. I'm seeing that journaling would be a good way for you to connect with your guides. With all the yellow and the oranges, I'm seeing that lighting a candle in honor of your ancestors is another good way to connect with them, to honor them. That writing down their stories and your own is a way you're being asked to honor them. In your remaining cards, I see that the advice that your ancestors have for you. Well, first of all, I see one of the ways they seek to communicate with you is through the number 35, since that showed up in 2 cards here. Well, and in number sequences as well, since we have 14 to 15, I'm seeing that when you see numbers in sequence, when you see the number 3 and 5, and also 53, you can take that as a sign of confirmation. You can take that as a sign of support. In the 35 Royal Order card, this very clearly echoes this message of alignment. This message that when you are in alignment with what you know is for your highest and greatest good, that is when everything comes together. That is when you are able to transform on a cellular level, on levels that cannot necessarily be seen immediately by the naked eye, but in ways that will change you, in ways that will aid you to grow, in ways that will help you acknowledge the light you have to share. And so they're very clearly asking you to be in alignment with what you know to be right, to do what you know to be right. In the big picture and light beings, I'm seeing that they're watching over you. I don't know if you can see it well, but there's a face here. And in this card as well, there's someone watching over the world in both cards. And in this, I'm seeing that you are always protected. You are always supported. There is someone always watching out for you. Someone always helping you on the path to your highest and greatest good. They want you to know they are with you, that you are supported, that they are doing their best to make the path clear for you, to help you grow. In And the Dragon card, discover your courage. I'm seeing that they know standing up for yourself and standing up for others can be scary, but they want you to embrace your own inner warrior, your own inner sense of power and strength, and to know that you are being called to protect others, to share your light, to move forward, and that every time you exercise your courage, every time you make a choice that feels right to you, that feels in alignment with your highest and greatest good, and that brings no harm to others, you are building a foundation of greatness for yourself and for all of those around you. I'm seeing that just as you are being guided and protected, so too do your actions guide and protect others who you encounter. And I'm seeing that by being in alignment, by trusting your intuition, by listening to your own inner calling, your own core values, that aids in the wheel turning in your favor. I'm seeing that the more you align with your inner truth, the more you align with love, the more work you put into whatever this calling is, the more you draw so much abundance, so many miracles, so many blessings, so much, honestly, outright magic into your life. And I'm seeing that as long as you do your best to remain in alignment, the changes you're going to see are going to be quite literally out of this world. I'm seeing that the more you practice gratitude for what you have, the more you acknowledge your own inner worth, the more you align with what it is you know you're being called to do, the more you draw that which you desire, that which is in alignment with your highest and greatest good, and the highest and greatest good of all, the more you draw those benefits, those things that you are manifesting to you, the quicker you draw them to you. And I am seeing so much being drawn towards you. So I'm seeing that your ancestors are asking you to do what you can to keep your vibes high, to trust that whatever it is you're hoping is coming is already on its way. It's coming. You are in alignment with what is meant for you. And if it's meant for you, you cannot miss it. It's coming. As long as it's for your highest and greatest good and the highest and greatest good of anyone else involved, it's being drawn toward you. I'm seeing that you're going to sense things coming. You're going to see these signs with all of this purple energy. But I'm also seeing you're being asked to speak your truth with all of the blue, to speak up for yourself, to speak up for others. In all of the yellow, I see you're being asked to be confident, to know you are worthy of that which you desire, to know you are supported, to know you are grounded. And I'm hearing that, sweetheart, it's going to be okay. I'm hearing that it's going to be okay. You are going to be okay. That for every time it seems like the wheel has been turning in favor of everyone else and leaving you at the mercy of all that has brought you darkness and pain, it's going to be balanced so far in the other direction. And your ancestors are asking you to just trust that that's coming. To stay aligned with the knowledge that what you've asked for is actively manifesting. I'm hearing keep the faith. I'm hearing don't worry, don't stress, don't sweat the small stuff. Because the big stuff is being taken care of. I'm hearing that the cogs are turning behind the scenes. Just wait. And that the more you practice gratitude, the faster you draw it to you. Thank you, Group 2. These are the messages that came through for you. I hope they resonated. If they did, I ask that you leave a like and subscribe if you feel so called. If not, that's absolutely okay. I hope to see you again in a future reading. Thank you. Hello, Group 3. You chose the Amethyst. And in this, I see that your ancestors know you are seeking calm and balance and peace. And they want you to know that the more you listen to your intuition, the more you trust yourself, the more mental clarity you will have. You also chose the Wisdom card. And in this, I see that your ancestors want you to know that you have the inner knowing, the inner wisdom, the inner support to deal with any strife, any stress that comes your way. You have the wisdom to know when to pick your battles and when to let things go. And that by listening to that inner wisdom, you will feel more calm, balanced, and at peace. The type of energy coming through in the 42 Fairies card, and you can see them here and here almost. Do you see the wings? In the Fairies card, I see that the energy coming through is one of deep support, of a boost for your self-confidence, a boost for your self-love. I'm seeing that it's an energy for helping you feeling more grounded, for helping you easier connect with grounding energy and using that to re-energize yourself, to allow yourself to feel more present. That when you connect with the earth, when you connect with nature, when you allow yourself to draw in that deeply grounded energy, that is when this inner wisdom, this connection with your intuition is strongest and is easiest for you to access. A trait you share with the energy coming through, with the ancestors coming through, is the Seven of Pentacles. And in this, I see that you are a hard worker. I see that you are very patient when it comes to putting in the work for what it is you want. I see that a trait you share is knowing that the work you put in will lead to rewards, will lead to the life that you're trying to create, to the life that you want. I see that a trait you share is a trust that what you put your energy towards will grow, especially since we have so much green here and here. I'm seeing that a trait you share is a deep connection to nature and to drawing in abundance. I'm seeing, for several of you, a trait you share is serendipitous luck. Maybe not on a massive scale, but definitely luck. A skill you share. In the Go With The Flow card, I see that because you have this innate knowing, this trust that what you focus on will grow, it makes it very easy for you to simply let things happen because you know it's working out in your favor. I see that a skill you share is feeling balanced and safe even on unsteady ground because you somehow innately know that it's going to work out. I see a skill you share is trusting in that because that is definitely a skill. Not everybody is able to do that. But I'm seeing that that's something that comes to you easily. I'm seeing that a skill you share is knowing that whatever waves occur in your life ebb and flow, much the same as a pendulum swings, much the same as the wheel turns. You know that when something bad happens, something good will follow. And a skill you share is holding on to that knowledge and hope. I'm seeing a skill you share is also connecting with the moon to manifest things. If you're not already doing that, I'm seeing that would be especially helpful for you. The best way for you to honor your ancestors is by letting love be your beacon. Oh, do you see this? 42 and 42. I think that's very clearly a number that your guides are going to use to communicate with you. Look for 24, 42, and simply 2 and 4 repeating. Know that when you see that, that's a confirmation that your guides are with you, your ancestors are with you, your angels are with you if you so choose to believe that. Know that it is a sign that the universe is supporting you and your ancestors are with you. I'm seeing, again, so much green. So the best way to honor your ancestors is connecting with nature. I'm seeing that when you're out and about, particularly when you're out walking, when you're out working in the garden, when you're around flowers, when you're around grassy areas, when you're around hills and water as well, this is a time for you to reach out to your ancestors. And I'm hearing that all you have to do is ask, that they're listening, that they're with you. With all of the wings here, I'm also seeing that butterflies may be another way that your guides communicate with you, that your ancestors communicate with you. So we have the 7 here and these rabbits, and I'm seeing that with this faith you have that things are going to work out. Once again, I'm seeing this echo of luck between the 7 and the rabbits. I believe those are bees. No, moths. Interesting. I'm still hearing, have faith, continue to trust, because beautiful things do await. I'm hearing that connecting with your sacral chakra is another way to honor your ancestors. I'm hearing that wearing the color orange or the color green or the color blue is another way to honor them. I'm also hearing that connecting with candlelight, lighting a candle in their honor, is a way to connect with them, is a way for them to feel your love as you feel theirs. In your remaining cards, I'm seeing that, as with group 2, sequential numbers are a way that your guides and ancestors communicate with you. 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11. When you see these, it's confirmation from your ancestors that they're with you. You can also take it as confirmation of questions that you asked them when you ask them for guidance. In the Soul Journey and Soul Craft card, I'm hearing that they're so proud of you for putting in this work towards whatever it is you're trying to develop. They're so proud of you for letting your own inner light shine, for trusting yourself and the process. I'm hearing that you are always supported on the journey you're on, and that any heartache that you've experienced, any pain that may be lingering, they're asking you to let it wash away. Not to devalue the pain that occurred, not to negate or dishonor your feelings, the situation, anything that came before that caused this, but to acknowledge it, to honor it, and to let the pain go. Keep the lesson, but release the heartache. And I'm seeing that a good way for you to do that is through connection with water. I'm seeing spending time by the sea if you're close, spending time connecting with rain when it occurs. Honestly, even just taking a shower and asking the water to help ease and release any pain that you're holding. That's something they advise you to do. I'm hearing you're working so hard and you've done so much. Remember to take time to rest as well. That there needs to be a balance between this hard work and self-care. And that by practicing self-care, by allowing yourself to rest and recover, it's easier to continue on your journey. It's easier to see your own inner light, which I'm particularly seeing in the 36 Revelations card. This card is all about seeing new facets of yourself, of understanding your place in this lifetime, in this world, of knowing magic does exist for you. Maybe not in a way that seems magical, maybe in a way that you can easily explain away with science, but what is science but magic explained? What is science but that which was previously unexplainable, now explained? I'm seeing that your eyes are going to be opened to experiences and to knowledge far beyond what you currently expect. And I'm seeing, with all the rainbows and all of the coins, I'm hearing that your pot of gold is out there, that you're getting close, that whatever it is you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you deeply desire, by actively co-creating it, you can have faith that what your soul desires is being crafted for you and is coming to you. And they're asking you to not hold tightly to the reins, to not have too deep of an attachment to what you're trying to call in, to trust that you've already put in the work to draw it towards you. They're asking you to release any worry, any fear, any stress, to truly seek that mental clarity and calm and peace. Because they want you to know you're going to see so many beneficial changes between now and next fall. And I'm saying specifically next fall and seeing specifically next fall because I'm seeing spring and summer and fall. And honestly seeing winter here as well. So I'm seeing within the next year, if you're watching this when this is released, within the next year, actually regardless of when you're watching it, by the time the wheel turns from spring to summer to fall, you're going to feel so much more at peace, so much more balanced, so much more in control. And it's going to be so easy for you to see the path that has led you to all of the good that is coming your way, and to see the path to continue to draw in so much good. I'm hearing that your ancestors love you so much. I'm hearing that when you have these moments of giddiness and feeling like you need to giggle for no apparent reason, when you find yourself laughing over something that's not even very funny, that's them with you. That's them reaching out to you to send you feelings of joy, of love, of support. That's the way they reach out to you to remind you of how deeply loved and supported you are. So group 3, those are your messages. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that this resonated. And if it did, I ask that you leave a like and subscribe if you feel so called. And if you don't, that's absolutely okay. I hope to see you again in a future reading. Thank you.